We now live in what people call the information age, which sounds nice until you take full stock of what that actually means. First, it means massive disruption and radical change, all because our technical ability to store and process information has dramatically improved. And that's because the information is stored and processed in digital form, which has caused a lot of people in the world of business, education, and politics to wonder what the hell is going on. We in the legal profession should be asking ourselves, what does massive digital disruption mean for the practice of law? Most of all, it increasingly means doing things very differently. Even things we didn't expect to start doing differently, like having more online meetings or even online judicial proceedings. Like I said, we're going to have to learn to do things differently, even if we don't like having to learn new ways of doing things, even if we're resistant to change, as of course all of us humans are. Look, the brutal truth is we have to face the fact that digitally driven change is happening, and happening at an uncomfortably fast pace. So what does that mean for the average solo or small firm attorney? Well, it means their law practices are going to have to change and improve whether they want to or not. And those who get good at processing digital information will have a greater chance of survival. Those who learn how to leverage the many new digital information opportunities will thrive. Unfortunately, we lawyers are, for the most part, at a disadvantage when it comes to understanding digital information. We need to get better at learning how to process digital information effectively, and then also learning how to leverage that information. Now, processing digital information effectively means becoming adept at capturing, transmitting, storing, organizing, analyzing, sharing both externally and internally, securing the digital information, and also presenting digital information. Leveraging digital information means becoming adept at developing a better understanding of the nature of digital information so that you can meet new challenges and seize new opportunities. And that means, therefore, making better decisions regarding your use of digital information. In other words, one example would be shifting to a paperless practice if you haven't done that already. And then finally, finding knowledgeable people who can help you with a better understanding and better leveraging of digital information, because there's no way you can get up to speed fast enough. But if you find knowledgeable people to help you, you don't need to. Now, I'll explain what the word knowledgeable means in a moment. But here's a super important point that often gets overlooked or downplayed by people who are adept with modern technology. You also need to understand the essential elements of running a business that do not involve technology. For example, you need a practical understanding of human nature and the psychology of good decision-making, which is what super successful business folks like Charlie Munger advise. But let's focus in on how to better understand information and its relationship to good decision-making. The basic unit of information is data, or facts. Now, here's an important thing to realize. A single data point or a single fact by itself with no context is not very meaningful. It's not very useful. And yet, data can be very powerful because if you organize it well, that data can become information. And information is incredibly useful and helpful because when you can become informed quickly and effectively, you'll be able to make better decisions about everything related to your law practice and to your business. And you'll be able to do so more quickly and more confidently. The old school way of relying on hunches to make decisions is no longer a good strategy. Now, knowledge happens when you develop a deep understanding in a particular domain, like, for example, practicing law. To acquire knowledge, you need to process data that becomes information and then gain experience in the real world using that information to get desirable results. And then finally, there's wisdom, which comes from having deep knowledge across many different domains. So now you should be able to better appreciate how processing the data and information will effectively lead to better decisions. Being able to better leverage knowledge leads to better decisions. But to develop knowledge or to leverage it, you need to efficiently and effectively process data and information. Now, in an upcoming video, I'll explain how to better organize and manage your digital information so that you can make better decisions in your practice and in your business. And in case you don't know who I am, I'm Ernie Svensson, a lawyer who spent almost 20 years practicing commercial litigation in a big New Orleans firm where I became disillusioned with my practice, started hating it, but then I started learning how to leverage technology, which was what allowed me to transform my practice completely. So as a result of that, I left the lumbering, inefficient world of big law to start a ninja efficient solo practice where I was completely paperless. I was able to do my work easily from anywhere. Then I started showing other lawyers how to improve their practices, which led to me speaking around the country, writing books, and so forth. If you want me to help you more, I can do that if you just visit my LawFirm Autopilot website and download my free guide to working smarter. And from there, I will send you a bunch of emails or a series of emails that will help you learn to understand all of this stuff much more efficiently and much better. So I hope you appreciate that information. I hope it's helpful to your practice. And I look forward to helping you as much as I can in the coming days and weeks.